Yeah, and I think it's only appropriate to kind of talk about what we've seen from this past weekend, especially when it comes to EU. Because unlike with the prologue, we have seen a lot of shakeups with the teams, with players kind of moving all over the place. One of the teams that's really come out on top of this playtest has been Bad Comms. We have seen this team dominate a lot of these show matches, and they are part of Bomba, if you remember back with the Lord GG prologue that we had, but also Good Comms kind of merging together with two members from each of them going together, and they have definitely been one of those teams we have to watch out for as being possibly the best team going into this final playtest for EU.
Yeah, I definitely think they're the ones that you need to keep an eye on. But this playtest has a lot of people that are pretty big within it. We have Bumpers in there and Sandwich
Yep.
as well. We're getting into the action here. We have the Stormship and Glider engine, so unlimited fuel. Action just great from the get-go here, man. People battling over this boss that's in the center, and it's just a from straight away.
Yeah, I got a little bit of lag issues, so hopefully we'll be able to get that resolved so we can properly commentate on this one. But it is 4GG versus Pumpers, and Pumpers, you were talking about just there, is one of those teams we also have to keep our eyes for, because when you look into the past and how this team has competed beforehand, they have been a top contender. I think they were a top 4 finisher in the prologue. They have really been contending, and you can tell they put a lot of practice in when it comes to these show matches and want to be one of the best teams that we have out of EU.
100%, and I honestly feel like it's a lot of teams in this show match already is like that, Magical. I mean, we have Sandwich in this game as well. They came third in position on the second EU show match. I mean, obviously we do have Bad Cons, we spoke about them. They already won the first EU show match. So I think there's a lot of teams in this that are going to have a bit of a target on their back. They're the kind of team that you do want to compete with and try and take out.
And even 4GG that we get to see on our screens right now, this is a team that has competed very well. They are a team that we have seen in the past and how they can compete. They haven't necessarily gotten to the top 3 position many times, but they have been a team that has gotten top 5 finishes many, many times. So we got to expect great things out of our EU teams and our EU squads.
Yeah, I mean, these show matches have been amazing. Right here, we do have PSE. They're just kind of getting themselves some levels with these bosses that are up, trying to travel around this traverse. We don't have that much action in regards to teams at the moment. They have decided that they're going to get their levels and get some bosses and mobs around the map so far, Magical.
Oh, but we did see that Portugal's best was nearby them, so there could be a possible fight, but with the split that is there so far, there it is. Portugal's best kind of jumping in, looking for something, while 4GG, they realize this isn't the best position to find themselves in, especially because it is still daytime, so they don't want to fight within the zone, but they're getting chased by Portugal's best, and there's going to be the knock immediately onto Krabs.
Oh my god, so 4GG's just got the one over here. 2 people left on 4GG. They've got 2 spikes from that one there, Magical.
Yeah.
That's a really good position for them to be in, so they need to look at some sort of revive beacon straight away.
Yeah, and I think Portugal's best, they thought they had a good jump on them, but really good prompts to 4GG on how they're able to kind of throw that right back in their face, get some knocks back themselves, get those spikes that you were talking about, to make it so that 4GG nor Portugal's best were going to get the full wipe. They have to go for the beacons. They have to heal up a little bit more, but no elimination so far from our teams.
No, and it seems like teams are kind of looking to scout out where everybody else is so far, Magical. And I think it's that EU mindset where you kind of just want to get stuck in from the get-go. We have level 4s currently, the level that they're locked at the moment. So you want to get those KOs, right? You want to get those knocks just to get that extra bit of leveling in.
Yeah, as we have everyone still kind of farming it up. Vivat Venatio on one side trying to get some... Just get a little bit of control over that respawn point, over their own base camp, so that they can force away anyone from chasing them down. But we are seeing that there is still that potential fight right there. Portugal's best got the revives earlier. We didn't get to talk about that. They were able to get a lot of their members back up, and they had a good chase, but it's all early game. Unless you can have the full commit fight, which you often don't see. Usually one straggler will survive, get out of danger, revive the team, so that it's not until that second or third zone that we see an actual team elimination.
Yeah, and we could hear a revive beacon there. I think Portugal best are trying to recognizing where that's going and going straight into the dive here. I like this, pushing them off that revive beacon so they're no longer able to get their full team up. Portugal's best pushing into PSE here. They're kind of having to back up back to that respawn beacon themselves, Magical, but they've got a lot of range to PSE, so they've really backed them back off that respawn beacon already.
The most important thing, I think, is the fact that they got 4GG off of the respawn beacon, because 4GG with only 2 members, and you can see that Krabs being the only survivor trying to get away, trying to dash, but there's the first team elimination. It's Portugal's best finding that, getting rid of Krabs.
I love that. They just did not give up on any chase. Portugal best straight from the get-go where they've had that original fight. They've just continued to follow any team and try to get those knocks and get those KOs. They want to get those extra levels. They want to get those knocks for themselves, and it's exciting to see teams play like that. We've got Sus here currently just grabbing these bosses, get themselves as far as they can, but this is an exciting show match so far, Magical.
So far, so good. You love seeing this, especially from our teams. Trying to go for this early action. You just feel a little bad for 4GG on that one. It felt like no matter where they went, there was some team flanking them that they had no safety. It was constantly Portugal's best chasing them, but there we had PSE having a good flank on them too to make sure there was really no escape. And they are the first team eliminated very early on. Normally, like I said, we don't see a full team elimination, just see those knocks, those spikes, those kills confirmed before we actually have the full team eliminations.
That's Battle Royale for you, though, isn't it? When you're on this map and you're moving across, you don't know where the other teams are going to be, and it can be unfortunate that that happens. We saw BC there just getting ready for that gap, see if they could possibly get some spikes, but they have now decided they want to return back towards the circle or possibly onto the train. You get so much movement from that train. It's such a good position to be.
Yeah, and bad comms try to get control of it, but they were forced off right there by Sandwich. Both teams looking nice pull, trying to see if they can get anything, but the Jewel and vulnerability keeping them alive for the moment. But Sandwich looking for any damage on the track, trying to get back, knowing the train's not going to be there, but they get the jump in from Tim Cock, and they got so much damage there. Tom almost was able to get rid of them. There's the spike they needed to, so bad comms do eliminate Darkin.
Showing just why they are such a fantastic team, Magical. They were straight on that. Tom Kit wasn't letting anybody get out of their sights. They managed to get that spike. They got a lot of knocks there. It's a really good position for Bad Comms to be in. And they don't want to give up. They are chasing Sandwich down. They want to get these crits. They want to get these knocks. They don't want to give anybody an opportunity to get their teammates back.
And they know Sandwich is probably one of their strongest competition, so while they're at a disadvantage, only 3 members, they have to commit for the chase, have to try to confirm the full team wipe, but utilizing that unlimited fuel to try to glide on out of there. Sandwich have bailed out of the fight, so bad comms, they make the good comms there to say no need to chase. Instead, let's try to farm up a little bit more.
And that's one of the things we love about SUPERVIVE, chat. The movement that you can pull out on this game is incredible. It may be the top-down game, and they show just why it's such an amazing movement in this game. The speed that Sandwich were getting out of it there to run away from bad comms was incredible. It's so much fun. But in the meantime, we don't have much more action happening yet. People are going to have to get into the zone. It's going to do quite a bit of damage here, Magical. So I know it's only day 2, but you don't want to get stuck in that.
No, I mean, it does do quite a decent amount of damage, but this is the problem that Viva and Venatio now find themselves in, trying to get in, but Hunting Tuna have hunted them. And they are the one trying to get away with some revives, but they are split up at the moment. Hunting Tuna deciding to back off that one. Would much prefer to get a better position, even split up the team completely.
And then we saw a biome soul getting collected there, just checking who that was. I didn't quite see, but they're the kind of souls that you do want to get. You get a nice little boosted ability with that, so... good pickup by that team.
Good at the moment. Get themselves in a great position. Viva and Venatio still find themselves split up at the moment, trying to see if they can regroup while Hunting Tuna wasn't able to keep them away from getting within this next circle for the next day. Viva and Venatio still have to play very cautiously. The fact that they only have the 3 members there grouped together with bad comms nearby. Bad comms, a team that we've already seen get a good angle on Sandwich beforehand, but now this could be their time to look for another skirmish.
Yeah, they're keeping wary of people coming into that zone, and that's a good position to be in. PTB here, maybe getting caught out. That's going to be a spike there, Magical, and that is going to be it. Pumpers managing to pick that one up there.
Great read by Blitzman and Pumpers. They just saw one split off from Portugal's best and say, hey, let's get rid of that guy immediately. Get the free spike. As we have another fight on the other side, getting a lot of damage. Sandwich in a bad position. They've already got one knock. They're going to lose out on the member. And look at PSE. They are chasing Sandwich down. A team that everyone had put at the tops. Now in a horrible spot as it's Hunting Tuna with a flank. Getting the knocks and looking for the kills confirmed. Anything they can get. But PSE, they are still there as well. Making this difficult. But PTB, they've got to be careful because Dredzy nearly was able to spike them back by themselves. Finally gets confirmed for the knock. The kill should be confirmed by PSE. Well, it is Hunting Tuna still looking for that angle, looking for the fight, but nobody wants it just yet. And Sandwich, I think they only got the one surviving member now.
Oh, it's such a shame by Sandwich. They're trying to get on out of there, but they bump into another team. This is what the Battle Royale scene is like, unfortunately. And we see PSE here. They're getting slowed out by Sus right now, and the zone is coming in. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. They've got a good position right here, do Sus. They just need to keep on it. Although we do see on the other side, we've got our green team coming in as well. I like this from PSE, though, Magical. They're rotating round. They know they can't get over that because of Sus being there, but they bumped into PTB. They're going to pick up a lot of damage. That's just one knock there. Are they going to be able to get the rest of them? I think they are. They are pretty weak. And there we go. Well done,
We got
PSE.
two teams eliminated like at the same time there too, Tano.
Yeah, it was a Hunting Tuna that we saw going down there as well.
I couldn't tell for sure, but it was pretty much just see it go from 9 to 7 immediately during that fight. And that was from a split-off fight elsewhere on the map. So PSE, great angle, and we are starting to get more teams confirmed. Sandwich are out of there. Sus had knocked them out of the reigning competition, not going to find themselves in the top 3. While it is Bad Comms finding a nice fight, getting the push back, looking for the pulls, but that Earth Shatter doing a lot of damage to allow Tom Kick to get the pull. And with the fact they've got him split up, they've got this fight beautifully, trying to push them out of the circle, looking for any confirmed knocks, and they are chasing down this Oath, who's getting a good amount of distance, but their shield has been broken, and that is going to be another kill confirmed for the side of Bad Comms.
PSC are up there as well. They're seeing what's going on with Bad Comms. They get the anti-heal going in there with that move, and it seems like they want to take that trigger as an opportunity to get engaged. Tom Kick is going to come into this fight now, and it feels like Bad Comms are going to back on up. Really good fight from them there. They singled one person out and just concentrated on that to pick off that team one by one, Magical.
Oh,
that was great.
Oh no, Yore! They were looking for the revive there, but Bad Comms said, hey, someone's on the train. We hear the sirens blaring. So they get themselves that knock, and they Gora are now in a bad position as it is going to be the kill confirmed. We are down to 5 teams remaining, our top 5 here, as PSE, are still looking for a bit of a skirmish against Bad Comms.
Yeah, and we noticed we've got 5 teams. I think it was something like 16 players left. So some of these teams are not going to have all of their players, Magical, and that's something to be wary of. We see Bad Comms, the #1 seed in this lobby with everybody on their team. They're going to be the team to beat. Sus look like they just have the 2 members here at the moment. And PSC have gone for the engage. Oh, yeah, the rest of them are there. I see it, Magical. PSC with the engage, though. Celeste, is that a United, an ultimate? That's his, an ultimate from Celeste. We've got the stun. Oh, unlucky Sus.
Unlucky for Sus there, and they got pinched pretty hard by not just the biome from before that had been corrupted, but the circle pushing them into PSE, Professional SUPERVIVE Enjoyers. Great reads from this team and how they've been looking. I mean, we've been pretty much seeing PSE almost the entire time here in this show match because they have been aggressive, ready for every one of these skirmishes, and you can see from their item set and how they're looking at the moment, they are really strong.
Yeah, they really are. So it looks like, is that Sandwich up on the top right? They've got a most wanted, or is it Yora? I think it's Yora. They've got the most wanted there. There's only 2 of them left, but of course, Bad Comms are feeling pretty comfortable with the rest of their team up. We have 4 teams left with 13 players in this lobby.
Pumpers finding Bad Comms, looking for the dash back on a Blitzman, but not able to get that just yet. But Bad Comms, they're the ones on the hunt, and they realize that Blitzman is by themselves, but hasn't been able to find them, and realizing they kind of got juked.
I gotta say, obviously, the glider fuel being unlimited is just so good. It's one of my favorite storm shifts because it's just constant movement. You can really work out where teams are, try and get some vision, because you know you don't have to worry about your glider fuel when you want to get out of there.
That is the nice thing about it. It makes it so that it is so easy to dodge around a lot of this. But when we see how EU play, they use that more as an aggressive tool to continue the chases too. They're not afraid of going over these voids, these abysses, even if it means getting spiked, because they want these fights. They want to find out members like Hot Biscuit caught away from the rest of their team and going into the corrupted zone looking for the knock to get rid of one more members of Pumpers.
Oh, that corruptive zone does such an impressive amount of damage. It is a scary thing, but so is seeing bad comms. We got Pumpers in the bush, but they've spotted them. No, they went for the engage on bad comms there.
Yeah, they went for it, and Pumpers actually going for the most wanted too. They're holding on to this, trying their best to make sure they can get these revives off and stay in this game. 4 teams remaining, 12 players. That is meaning that we have a lot of mobility, but a lot of room for teams to try to build back up their teams, because only I think the one team of PSE right here have the full team with themselves, as Yoda are going to be slain. They tried their best to get back into this game, but it's Pumpers now fighting back against PSE, who have gotten this great angle, but it's bad comms. Tom Kick getting away from the battle, as nobody wants to fully commit just yet. They wanted to try to see if they can chase down some more of these teams, especially bad comms, because bad comms is a team that you have to respect, and when you can find the pick like that and get rid of some of these members of bad comms, going to help Pumpers out a lot, especially with PSE now pushing into them, looking for the battle. It is Blitzman split off, and they are all onto that choke point, trying not to get it hit onto the peninsula, but PSE are undeterred, looking for the chase down. Hot Biscuits found an angle, but they got to start getting these spikes, get anything. One member is gone, PSE. They've got the angle for themselves, and they've got the knocks onto Pumpers. They're doing a great job of battling back while Pumpers have a better angle, not having to worry about this island, pushing back PSC, but the unlimited glider fuel helping out. No! Finally, the knocks are there as Hot Biscuit, only remaining player for Pumpers. Same with Anticipation and Miko, doing their best to fight back, get these revives off, heal up when they can, but they realize Hot Biscuit had gotten back up. Blitzman, 2v2 battle, going over the zones, looking for any kind of spikes, but nothing has been committed just yet. Finally, it is Pumpers winning against PSE.
Wow, what a battle, and GG's to you there, Magical. That was intense. Amazing play from Pumpers. PSE taking it out for like a solid couple of minutes there, but they do manage to come out on top. Bad comms here with all 4 of their players. We have 2 teams left, 8 players in it. That means everybody left in this, each team in this, Magical, has all of their players ready to get rocking.
And you gotta feel a little bad for PSE there. It looked like that was gonna be their fight. They had gotten Pumpers down to only Hot Biscuit, but being on that island was what sentenced them to death. They couldn't battle back easily. Hot Biscuit got back Blitzman and was able to pretty much force the fight against PSE back onto the mainland.
It's one of those, isn't it, where like you manage to get the revive on your teammates, because whilst you're dropping the damage, you can just hop onto their wisp and get that revive, and it works so well for Pumpers there. We've got Pumpers and bad comms just getting into each other here with a jumping over the abyss. We try and get somebody with the pick, but they don't manage to do so. Tom Kick, Jewel is just on the edge of the zone. They're kind of deciding how they want to approach this one right now, Magical.
And especially with Tom Kick on this Kingpin, that's really what bad comms are looking for. They're looking for that perfect pull to start off this fight. And for Pumpers, they're just waiting it out too. They don't really need to force a fight, but they don't have the greatest of angles at the moment. See how they're kind of put into this choke? They're waiting it out, especially with all these geysers, because where we are, we're in the well springs. They got to be careful, because getting hit up into the air actually could be a little bit of a detriment for either team with how they're looking to position.
Yeah, 100%. And looking at Pumpers' team here with their hunters, they don't really have anyone that can get that hut pick like Bad Cobbs can with Tom Kick. So if that can be the engage, that will be the way that they can win this game. So they're just waiting for the opportune moment to do that. Both of these teams know exactly where each other are. This is quite an interesting standoff, pretty much like a Western at this point here, Magical.
It really is, as they both wait for the zone to get tighter and tighter. That's really what they're waiting for, because that's when they want to see how it's going to shift and how they have to move around. Otherwise, it's on to Tom Kick here and how he can land these pulls as Kingpin. That's why you see him kind of split away from the rest of the team, a bit afraid of pulling someone like Jewel and allowing a really good angle to the side of Chipsa. And if they can get a pull onto anyone else, like if they can get Chapley in the back line, get rid of this Zeph, that actually could be their time to strike. And that is really what they're waiting for.
Notice how the zone is going to go behind where bad comms are, meaning that they do slightly have the advantage here, Magical. It's Pumpers that kind of need to make the movement, but there we go. Bad Kit trying to grab someone. We see the
Jewel.
That's the ultimate from Jewel. They're going to come down. They've got the dash on. They can drop a lot of damage, and this is the engage. It's trying to keep hold of what's actually happening, and Tom Kick is causing all that damage there. Pumpers have backed out. There's just the one. Blitzen trying to get out of the area as well, and they nearly got that engage, but now they're back on the opposite side of that channel there, Magical.
Yeah, and look at Blitzman. He's found himself an angle, looking for Tom Kick, trying to get the best damage they can, but he's a bit tanky, and they've already lost out onto Hot Biscuit, who was the hero for Pumpers before. Bad comms, forcing back, trying their best to get rid of everybody. As Teldo, make sure Chipsa's not a part of the equation. It is bad comms taking control of the map, taking control of this game. Only Chapley to deal with to confirm first place for bad comms.
There we go. They won the first EU show match. They've won the 4th EU show match. They are quickly showing why they are the team to beat.